another episode of Me and My Big Mouth podcast. And it feels good to be back. We are recapping episode number 9. It's give and take when the genders negotiate. And it's on and popping. Let's go ahead, man, and get started. Hey, yo, let me see. But before I do, I need to know if the sound is working right. How y'all can you hear me out there? Is everything? Right now I'm about to invite this to the group. You know what I'm saying? Share this to the group. Let them come on in. All right. Now let me share this out. Boom. Come join, come join. Let me look. Let me see if I can't message a few. But if you're coming in, hey, go ahead and hit that comment and make sure everything's working properly. If you in here, let me hear you say it's all good. If you in here, let me hear you say it's all good. 'Cause I'm gonna send it to a couple people out there. Make sure you share. But it is episode number 9 of Me and My Big Mouth podcast. Did you send a comment? Oh, yeah, it's about to be on and popping. Have a good old conversation about the pod. If you haven't seen it, you need to go back and watch it because it's all good. What's up, Kayla in the building? What up? What up with you? I'm up here sending it out, man. I was just on my TikTok. My TikTok was jumping a little bit over there. TikTok folks starting to show me a little more love, and you know what I'm saying. But it is on and popping. We are about to get started. Kayla, do you want to come in, or you want to just do your thing on the outside looking in? Which one you want to do? Because you didn't live this. You was a part of this, so it's up to you if you want to come in and get things started. I think I'm about done. Send it out to enough people. Hopefully it do what it's supposed to do. All right, all right, all right. Now we good. It's give and take when the genders negotiate. If you're just tuning in, I am going live recapping the episode number 6, just so I can get comfortable. Episode number 6, we was talking that ish, that shit. Oh yeah, I'm on Facebook. Oh, yeah, we was talking that shit on there. You know what I'm saying? Talking that shit. And one of the things, the first thing we talked about was the boss bitch. The boss bitch. The one that says she is who she is. And when she come in the room, talking shall cease. And when she leave, it shall resume. The baddest be all these fine. I look so rough, damn it, right now. It don't matter. Bring yourself in. Yeah, if you don't look rough, then I'm like, all right, then it's just you got to talk to God about it. But yeah. So the bad bitch or the bad woman, the bad boss, whatever. Um, I was saying that how men don't care that you're a bad bitch to the world. Your mind's at home, and you should act accordingly. Ain't that kind of like chauvinistic a little bit? Act accordingly. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? If you do think it is, then guess what? Y'all need Jesus. That what you need. But the bad bitch, or the boss bitch. I mean, no, not the boss. Not the bad. The boss. Um, is it possible for her to submit to somebody that's less fortunate when it comes to money than her? Is it that bad? Like, I know y'all recently saw Gabrielle Union comments about her. She felt that she had the right to cheat because she brought in more money than the guy. Is that the case? Like because you bring in more money? Because sound like she had a guy complex, or 50 Cent called it a it's just whole shit. You know what I'm saying? So is it that you cannot ask a boss bitch to submit? Or a you even got to be the chick that's paying handling shit. They're handling shit. What about her? The one that's taking it, going hard in the paint. Now you bring your unit check and you want some up level respect. I mean, you should. We shouldn't value money the way we do. We shouldn't value things the way we do. We should value each other a lot more. But what up, Kay?
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right. All right. What we got?
You heard that comment that Gabrielle Union said.
No, you said she has the right to cheat.
She said when she was bringing in the more money, she felt like she was had the right to cheat on her man, and that was right in line with the boss bitch mentality.
Is it though?
Yeah, I
I
mean, with
don't think.
56, oh shit,
Huh?
50 Cent really called it like oh shit, but
I
when
mean,
go ahead.
I don't think she was trying to be like the boss bitch in that, like, not the stereotypical boss bitch. I mean, Gabby had some problems with that because I don't give a damn how much money you bring in. You shouldn't be able to cheat on your man. I mean, I don't think anybody should be able to cheat on anybody unless it's agreed upon.
You said, what do you mean able? Like able meaning like unable. If you're able, that what's going to stop you from it?
I don't think that it's right. I don't think that she has like
Okay, yeah, no, it don't give her no leeway to cheat. I got it. But I can see the cockiness, the arrogance that lead to her feeling entitled to cheat. You know what I'm saying? And it's in line with that because it wasn't because she just wanted to cheat. She felt that I do so much. Sounding like a nigga right now. I do so much that I deserve to do something I want to do. Why do I keep having to dumb down my wants when I'm making sure all his wants and his needs are taken care of?
okay, so when she said this, like she was making a whole lot more than her man. Like he didn't really
Yes,
have to do shit. He was just kind of like walking in her shadow.
she was the breadwinner. I don't know how deep in depth she went to what she was saying, but she was the breadwinner.
But I feel like that's like I was saying before when we talked about it on the podcast. They need somebody of a certain level. Like women like to date up or like marry up, not necessarily date down. So if they're making a certain type of money, or if they're considering themselves a boss bitch, then they need a boss ass nigga. They
Why?
need
Why?
somebody who's kind of
Why?
like above
Why
them.
is that? Why ain't love bigger than a boss ass nigga when it comes? Why is you have to have somebody in on your financial level to show proper respect for somebody?
And
Are we just fucked up as the way we think now? We just need to be cleansed differently because it seems like we value things that we create. Like we play God so much. Like every like all that classify as a boss bitch and on my level, it's all man made. We don't enjoy each other enough. Like, so why is it that you can only respect somebody that's on a financial level than you?
because money made the world go round.
No, that's the
And
mindset.
everybody, a lot of people feel like money buys them happiness until they have I mean, like once you have all the money, then you start looking for happiness elsewhere, like other things to make you happy. But like money make the world go around. If he can take care of me and he can do things for me more than I can do for myself,
I used to,
then
when I sit back and think about that, because I don't believe that money makes the world go round. I can like the whole concept of like yellow house, and I don't think I ever talked to you about the yellow house, but we
mm-mm.
grew up real poor, like heating the house up with the oven, kerosene heaters. We had so much fun, absent the amount of money that you think you need now as an adult to be happy, that we didn't even know we was that fucking broke.
Oh yeah. No, I think that, it's a lot more to life than money. And I feel like, money doesn't necessarily buy happiness, but people, everybody, male or female, like the goal is to make a lot of money. That's what you strive for. People
Right.
want financial security at the end of the day. They want to be taken care of. They don't want to have to struggle for anything. They're not looking at the little things that they're not looking at the happiness you can find within yourself or the happiness you can find with being with your loved ones or significant others.
Right.
It's like I have this much money. I don't have to worry about shit. I don't have to stress about where I'm going to sleep. I don't have to stress about if I can pay my rent, if I can put groceries in the house. I don't have to stress about any of this other shit. I just
But
need to
let me
make sure that I'm
okay
financially secure.
when you say that, because it's gonna go to a topic. This could be a whole another podcast, but people like, why is it that a woman that will, why would you fuck a man that's unattractive to you because he has money or opportunity for you to get
Because they want to do what they want to do.
huh?
Because they want to do what they want to do. They want to get what they want to get. They want to look how they want to look. I want to make sure my hair stay tight. I want to make sure my nails right, my toes, my outfit, everything. I have all this stuff. Again, I don't have to worry about shit because I don't have to work. He's gonna take care of me, and all I have to do is sit here, look pretty on his arm, and fuck him.
Yeah, but like if but like don't that shows that your character a little bit? Do you agree that it shows like your character, like, because you can see why, and I can see why they shouldn't. What happens, like, say for instance, what happens when you don't, when, like, for instance, what happens, because y'all really don't know how much power y'all have. I don't think y'all flex it enough. Because 18 years, she got your kids, got you for 18 years. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. So why is it that's that gold digger shit? Yeah, she is a gold digger. But I'm just saying, like, why is it that yeah, you just threw me off with that shit too.
What do you
What the hell
say?
was I saying, okay?
Hmm?
Okay. I said,
Hmm?
what the hell was I saying?
Um,
Do you
we
remember?
were talking about how you can see why she shouldn't, and I can see why she should, or something like that.
Like the power of what
Oh
women
yeah.
have, right? Say if women said, you know what, we're not gonna sleep with no more gangbangers and thugs. 80% of the crime will be gone.
Hmm?
If women said we're not going to sleep with gangbangers and thugs, crime will go down that day.
Okay.
I was like just saying the power of a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like most things that men strive for is just to get a mate, and
Yeah.
to mate with.
Yeah, I get that.
So, but with Gabrielle Union situation, she felt entitled because she held shit down. If
Well,
she would,
see,
if she
I
was,
guess that's coming from like, so that reminds me of like the whole equality thing and like, equality between men and women and double standards and like people trying to like get rid of some of the double standards or just get rid of double standards and shit like that. So it's kind of like, okay, well, men feel like because they make a certain amount of money that they should be allowed to sleep with whoever they want to and be out here and do whatever it is that they want to. So for certain women, it's just like, okay, well, I should be able to do the same. I should have that power. to do whatever I want, especially if you're a man that has that mindset and then we're together, but I'm making more money than you. Some women are just like, keep that same energy.
Let me ask you something, Kay. How would like divorce is like super high right now.
Hmm.
If women stop caring, I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but this is just throw a little suggestion out there. If you stop caring about what a man do, stop caring about him cheating, how many successful relationships would there be? If y'all just let it go, like you know what, like
Define success.
our grandma used to say, a man gonna be a man, sweetheart. It seems like
Hmm.
y'all been trying this stop men from cheating because I can do it better, or I can do this and I can do
But
that.
see,
It
if
just
is
ain't
that
work.
okay? So a miserable marriage is something that you consider to be a successful marriage?
No, it's only miserable because you came to the idea that a man is faithful and he can be faithful. That's your belief now. So anything that tampers with your belief, it's gonna be miserable to you.
Yeah, because I don't want my man to be out here sleeping with a bunch of different people. So, like, it to me, it's different if y'all have that conversation before y'all get married, or you have this conversation before y'all get in a relationship or whatever, so she knows what it is she's walking into. Like, just
See,
be upfront from the beginning. But if you're like putting on like you're this monogamous man and we're in this monogamous relationship, and then we get married, and now you decided you want to step out and you want to cheat, you want to get a little something different or whatever here and there, then that's a problem to me because I came in here with the understanding that this was a monogamous relationship.
but the thing of it is that even if you come up front with it, how many women are going to accept it? Because your
You
numbers are still going to
find the
go down.
person who will accept it. When you look at the population and stuff, I don't know the exact percentage, but there are a lot more women out here than there are men. There's going to be a woman who's willing to accept it.
But that's what I'm saying. Finding somebody to accept it, them low numbers. I'm talking about how you can keep a family structure together. How about this though, okay? Because I put this on my TikTok. Who are these men cheating with?
Who are they cheating with?
Oh, wait, let me slow it down for you, cuz. They all the women complain about cheating ass men. Who are these men cheating with?
Oh, other women.
So, I couldn't hear you. Can you speak up?
Other women.
So how about these other women stop fucking y'all, eat y'all girl or your sister hood? Man,
Okay, see, I
if you
think
see that men can't do it and we tried it for years and it keep failing, how about y'all care enough for the next woman to not fuck her man? Because every woman that complain about a man cheating and fuck somebody else's man.
I mean, it depends on the guy that you're talking about. Because there are a lot of guys who will just come out here and just lie about it and not tell someone, oh, I'm married.
Once again, you have to be responsible because shouldn't you know who you giving your JJ to?
Yeah, but if all he's doing is lying through his fucking teeth, like he doesn't have his wedding band on, and like
First,
he still somehow happens to make all this fucking time with me, like I can talk to him on the phone a
first,
lot. I
first of all,
can like see him as often as I want to because his ass is never fucking home.
y'all said that men are terrible liars and women lie way better. So stop, and y'all have a thing called intuition. If that's real, intuition. If that's
I mean, there
real,
is something called intuition, and not
so
all
why
men
is
are
it?
bad liars.
So why is it that somebody can run this game on you over and over? Once again, every woman that I know complain about cheating men has fucked somebody else's man. If you care about you, if your complaint, if you fuck somebody else's man before, you can never complain about a cheating man.
Here's the thing.
No, I know. Here's the thing. Hell,
No.
some men lie, but some women feel no obligation to the other woman, so they don't care about dealing with the man that are in a relationship.
That is
Okay,
true. But
but
I
I'm saying this: if you have fucked somebody else's man, you should not, with your entitled ass, feel like you should get a faithful one.
But some women just feel like, okay, I was young back then. I was just living my life. I was just having a good
Well,
time.
yeah,
Some
but
people
that's
don't, but some
different
people
than
don't care to
falling.
look for the signs. Like it's not my business. I'm gonna ask you a question. If you tell me that you're single, and then you're not like pushing shit in my face or anything to
So you
actively
so
like tell me, oh, I'm married in a relationship. I'm not gonna go digging. I'm not gonna go through your phone. I'm not gonna do any of this other shit. Like some men have like whole other relationships out there in addition to their wife. They got like whole mistresses and stuff. And some people just want money. I don't want to be married. You got marriage over here. I just want to like be the mistress. I want you to take care of me. But wife life, that's not for me. I don't want to clean up. I don't want to cook. I don't want to have kids.
you still
I just
ran
want to keep my body the way it's looking, and I want you to pay for everything that I want.
you still ran from
Hmm.
you still ran from it.
What
Because
the
I
question?
asked you if you really uh, are, if all you women are complaining about men cheating, I only asked who are you cheating with, and if you care for the next woman next to you, you can stop men from cheating by not fucking that woman's man. And if you fuck somebody else's man, how could you be entitled to a faithful man? Because only how is these men keep cheating like they do? But every woman complains about men cheating.
Well, you can't say that every woman complains about
Oh,
men cheating. There
that's
are
when the white
the
shit
select
start trying
few.
to break down them semantics. That was the
No,
word.
there are select few that are like the loudest ones. You gonna hear them because they're the loudest fucking ones. But like I don't know who said that before, but like people not care. Then I don't care about the next bitch because I don't know her. I'm not worried about her. I'm not associated with her. Like what she got going on, I got nothing to do with what I have going on. So I'm gonna try to fulfill this need that I have going on right now. Now those bitches that sleep with their best friends, man, and stuff, now that's a different story. Like all the other shit. But like your regular women out here, just they're just living their life. And again, some men are good liars. Not all men are crappy liars. I will say that most women are better liars, but not all men are crappy liars. They
I
can
got
have a whole nother life and the other girl not understand it or not know what's going on.
this was something I didn't bring up on the podcast, but it was written up in my notes. I can't like um I don't know I was talking about certain men that complain about certain things, and I can't believe men are actually accepting this. I don't know who raised these motherfuckers to accept. Let me check your phone and let me smell your dick. I don't get I don't get why anybody would even let that happen. Have you ever asked for that?
No, sure as hell ain't. Cause I don't really. It's like whenever I go into relationships, I trust people until they give me a reason not to trust them. And honestly, if you like break that trust, then we don't even have anything at that point. But I don't know. I don't feel a need to go through somebody's phone. I do have a friend who has like bad trust issues, and she wants to go through like if she talking to you, I want to go through your phone. Period. Like I need to have access to your phone all the time whenever I want to. And if you don't give it to me, then now we got a problem.
Damn,
But
people.
I never asked to go through somebody. Somebody's asked me to go through my phone before. I
Mm,
told them no, and then you still try to get it. Okay, let's swap.
oof, I bet you.
Changed his mind. Okay, don't ask me no more.
Yeah, yeah. That'll slow some shit down right there.
Yeah, don't play with me. Don't come looking through my shit. I'm not gonna go looking through your shit. We just gonna live our life.
Now that's fair. You gotta respect it though. Like if you gonna go there, either you going there all the way or you gonna shut the fuck about it forever. Are you into like
Yeah.
trying to find when you're off, like when you're in what is it, intuition, when it kicks
Mhm.
in? Is it an unsettling feeling where you have to start looking after that, or do you let it go?
Yeah, or you at least start paying attention more.
Can you look past any red flags after that?
Mm-mm. Oh
Today,
no, I'm taking note of every fucking thing,
have,
every single thing.
have
I'm paying attention to that now.
have you ever been wrong in like thinking somebody was a certain way?
No,
Oh,
nope,
you.
never. Not with my intuition kicking.
Oh, so that shit accurate.
Yeah,
Because I never believed in it because it always come after the fact. It don't never come during.
I mean sometimes it comes. Like, what do you mean during? Like the first time? Like while it's
It
happening?
don't never it never stops it. It only makes you aware of it. What's going on later? You be damn near been and broke up with your side piece by the time your woman find the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the thing though. Her intuition probably kicked in before that, and she was just watching your ass. And then she got enough evidence, I guess, against you to like bring it to you.
All right, so like if you if you how what's the percentage that you think of men that cheat? Just a quick sidebar. What's the
Percentage of
percentage?
men that cheat?
Yeah, because I'm trying to. If y'all saying it's 90%
Mm-mm. It's like 48 maybe.
of men cheating,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you crazy as a motherfucker.
I feel like it's like 48-54.
Motherfuckers at 73.76. No shit. You better go up higher than that. It's about a good 93.
I don't think so.
It's about a good 93. Um,
I don't
that
think that most men cheat or all men cheat.
that number is so high that some of you women gonna just have to accept it. And I just don't want to know what model have you seen that stood the test of times and said, okay, we can make that realistic. Like, who have you looked at in your family or in your life space that a faithful man was upon in a relationship and remained the same way with the woman? Like, who have y'all seen that has actually done this?
What do you mean remains the same way with the woman?
Meaning, like when you actually ask for when you want something like that, you usually could see it from somebody else. It should be a replica or a model, not a replica, but a model of what you saw and said, yeah, it could be done. And who are y'all watching? Was your dad faithful to your mom? No. Were your brothers faithful to their wives? No. Were your uncle faithful to your aunt? No. Like, who the fuck are y'all getting this fairy tale that makes you so sure that it can come true?
But
Everybody
I
around you has
no,
failed.
like I have like I can't say like close relatives, but I have like cousins and I have friends that I see that are married that are actually
So
faithful.
I'm talking about somebody in your space, not somebody you don't know, so you really don't know.
Not like somebody I'm associated with. Like I see them. I see like these people. I know these people and they are faithful to one another. Like I've seen it. I know that it's possible for you to be faithful to somebody.
You believe that bullshit if you want to.
No, for real. Because I mean, and I know it's possible for me to be faithful to somebody. It's
I'm
possible
not
for
talking
somebody to
about
be faithful to
women.
me.
I'm not talking about women. There's a women cheating percentage is a lot lower than men.
No, it's about the same.
Nah, hell no, it ain't.
Yeah.
It might be creeping up, but it damn sure ain't the same.
Mm-hmm.
It damn sure ain't the same. I was just still song that. I mean, it's really the music is out there. Cardi B said, if you got a twin, I will let her run the train
Yeah.
on that up and it's stuck.
Yeah. I love the
Man,
song.
like let me ask you something. Like how many? All right, that's cool. How many men? How many women have cuffed a former man that used to be out there in the streets and a whore?
How many women have cuffed him?
Like, okay, that man used to fuck everything, but he found the one that he loved.
Hmm.
That's damn near every woman that's with a man. Now, how many
Okay.
men are cuffing women that do the same thing that men do? What's the percentage on that? I mean, what's the guesstimate percentage on that?
Mm, I'm not good with percentages and shit.
You think
Um,
you think hoes are going like hoes are going to the altar more than hoe ass men?
mm,
I don't know hoes are getting wife like men are getting wife because
they
men
are, but it might not be lasting, but they're definitely going, especially if they move to like a, different city or whatever, start over, start fresh. Don't nobody know me. Or if there's that one
okay,
that's gonna fall in love.
yeah, now that's true. True.
Yeah, them shit's not lasting forever, but
All right, this is one that I say that I see this on TikTok a lot that BBWs be saying like, don't I am not to be hidden and I'm nobody's secret. Is the why would anybody at this age still be ashamed of who you date?
you
Like,
said, why would anybody at this age be ashamed of who they date?
yeah, like if you like big women, right?
Hmm.
Why why are you so caught up in what somebody else expectation for you?
I don't know. Some people just care too much about what other people think. That shit irritating. Bothers me. And they do everything just for other people. Well, I'm gonna
Uh,
wear this just because everybody else wearing it. Well, I want to do this just because everybody else doing it. Or I'm supposed to date this type of woman, the woman that looks like this. So
since you
I'm gonna
since
go date
you
this person right here and just have my little sneaky link.
is it a true sisterhood? Do you feel like it's a true sisterhood when it comes to women? Because men have a bro code. Even men that don't like one another. I
Hmm.
don't know. Niggas been acting like bitches lately, but usually, usually I can see my enemy cheating on his damn wife. I ain't saying shit about that.
Hmm?
Do women have a true girl code?
I mean, there is a girl code. There definitely is, but there are a lot of bitches that don't live by the girl code for sure. You gotta select your people wisely. You gotta pay attention. I mean, there's one that exists.
Yeah.
Them bitches don't give a fuck though. Sometimes
Is
they
it
different.
can is like all right? So say for instance, we do as men and women, and let's just deal with black men and women. Um, if we like, what would be a solution to us coming to something like a real fucking thing that we can strive to be, where we can stop this divide so much? Can we get the soft version of a woman back? We don't want this independent, tough woman. That is not cool. We don't
Mm.
like her. Men do not like her. This tough, rough, always ready. A nigga better not like we don't, that ain't how you supposed to be, yo.
Okay, but I feel like that came from women feeling like they had to become that. Either they have seen or they have personally experienced being left to fend for themselves, just left to figure out how to survive. Like, yeah, I can depend on you to be my protector. I could depend on you to be my provider, and then you just decide you want to just up and leave. And for Jessica over there, the fuck am I gonna do? I need to make sure that I have my shit secure just in case you decide you don't want to be here no more.
So like,
And I'm gonna be ready to fight somebody or whatever. I'm gonna stick up for myself and I'm gonna be loud and I'm gonna voice
all
my
right,
opinion and shit
so
because
like,
you didn't stick up for me.
all right, so say for instance, this is a new guy and it's you, and your past experience has made you tough, has made you less tolerant of bullshit. Now your walls is up. Walls is up. He wants to reach the little innocent girl that still believed in roses and fairy tales and happily ever after. Because that woman can change the atmosphere of the house. It can bring peace amongst the house, and it just can light up everybody that's in that house, right?
Mhm.
So I didn't do any of those things to cause you to be who you are right now. But I
Mhm.
see so much good in you, and I see so much of that. What is something that a woman will tear down her walls with? What kind of act? Like you got wall up number one. I ain't trying to hear all that game shit. Don't be running that game on me, nigga.
Be honest and upfront. I mean, like, show some type of effort. You really have to prove to her, I guess, that you really gonna be down for her. You really gonna ride for her. You gonna
But
protect
this,
her and you're gonna support her. Also, she probably should go and see a therapist and start doing some healing.
all right. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't even his fault though. You are making him pay for the sins of somebody else. That's what I'm saying. Like, so he got to hurdle just to get to somebody else, get to the version of you that's there because you show glimpses of it. And he ain't even the one that caused the damage.
Yeah, but if
For
he
the
feels
most
like
part,
she's worth it, then he's gonna put forth the effort in order to get there, to get to that soft
but
spot.
that's the thing about it. Why is I have to lift a finger to prove anything to you if I haven't did anything to you? Transparency. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
didn't
and I
cause
get what you're
damage.
saying, but
You
like,
and by trying to prove, you get frustrated because you can have them there. You like when women go through a lot of shit, they can be happy for a moment. I mean, they can be happy in one moment. It's like they're so comfortable in the hurt that they only can enjoy the good times in small portions. Because you can have a mishap that triggers what you've been through. That all the stuff that I built up didn't mean shit. Now you're so comfortable in the hurt. It's like I call them red flag seekers. So you're so
mhm.
comfortable in the hurt that you don't even you don't even remember all the good shit that man has done. You don't even remember all the prove it points. But he did act out in a way that reminded you about that other dude. So now he got to go back to level one because it ain't like he go or that stand still. He goes back a notch every time he make a mistake, and he only making mistakes out of frustration because you're getting each level new devils. You're getting way closer. You're getting way too hard to reach. I'm right there, but you just don't want to give up your vulnerability anymore. Is the pain that bad? See, because I ain't
I
never
mean, it
been.
depends on the woman and depends on what she's been through. Again, like you just have to. It depends on who you're deciding you want to be with, and if you feel like that person is actually worth it, and then look at their like, okay, so there's this book about like attachment styles and stuff, and then there's like another one where you can actively do exercises with your significant other. Like there's like an avoidant attachment, there's like the secure attachment, then there's the anxious attachment. Like, oh, I'm worried that everything I'm doing is wrong, I'm trying to fix it. That's the anxious one. Secure is just like, they just secure in their nest. And then it's the avoidant that's finding every little thing wrong and trying to like run away, basically avoid the relationship, avoid taking that next step. And I ain't finished reading the book or anything, but like, I don't know, some people are just afraid that they're going to get hurt again, and you just have to show them that they're not going to get hurt again. But also, you don't need to try to date somebody who's at the beginning of their healing process. And that's your own fault if you choose to try to date somebody who's at that point and
See
they're
this
right at the beginning.
this is what it is though. I tell you, I posted this before. I don't want to find the love of my life when I'm completely healed. If we come in the relationship complete, what is there to celebrate? If I you don't even know what my lowest is. I don't even know if you're capable of dealing with my low to the low.
But see, that's cool and all, right? You can if you
No, no, no.
find somebody when you're at, but you find somebody at your lowest. They're at their lowest, you're at your lowest, whatever. Y'all bond, like trauma bonding or whatever, because y'all are both at your lowest, and then you heal, but she ain't healing. She not healing at the same pace that you're healing at.
Right.
And then you become healed and you're ready to move forward, but now things aren't the same because y'all no longer are bonding over that trauma or of like being at that surface level because you done gone beyond, you done healed yourself. So now y'all start like having a bunch of problems in your relationship because what y'all had in common before isn't there anymore. What brought y'all together is no longer there. And that person isn't healing at the same pace. So not necessarily meet somebody when you're completely healed. Like that's okay too, because you can always grow. There's always room for growth, no matter what stage you're at. Even if you feel like you're completely healed, there's always things that you can learn in a relationship. You can learn from your significant other, and you're always gonna have to learn your significant other because you're not gonna know the other person 100%. So
So
you're
so
still gonna have to adjust to them every single day, even if you're married for what, like 15 years or so. You still have to make adjustments every day because everybody's changing.
right. And I get that part too. But you said something that I brought up before, like when it comes to healing. I think women got healing confused. Because if you healed, you healed from something, right? You healed. Like
Mm-hmm.
like I think it was TD Jakes that said a successful doctor is a doctor that goes in and removes the cancer and keeps the kidney. That's a successful surgery. But if you go in there and you have to remove the cancer and the kidney, then you just lost a part of you. Women claim to be healed, but you're saying you be healed, but you're not vulnerable anymore. You're not even accepting of like say for instance you was a giver, a real giver. You gave out and somebody fucked you. Now you healed from the pain. It's not healing. You're just not suffering anymore because now you're not even that giver anymore.
But see, that's not healing because you're still affected by that previous experience in a
Not if
negative
you
way.
healed from it.
Like,
Not if you healed from it.
but that's what I'm saying. That's not healing though. That's not what healing is. Now I
But
done put up
I'm
this
saying
wall.
most
I done put
most
on this
women
shell to protect
most
myself. I
women
done covered the wound, but I didn't
no
heal.
most women say healing when they're not suffering anymore. That's why I said what you said was interesting because I should have asked you first what does healing look like?
But are they not suffering? If you're naturally a giver, like you were a giver, then somebody, I don't know, like broke your trust or whatever. And now you're just like, oh, I'm never giving anymore, even though that's a part of who I am. And that's a major part of who I am. Now it's taken away from me. So now I done turn hard and solid. No, you didn't heal from that,
You're not suffering though.
but you didn't heal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I should have asked you first. What does healing look like? Because a lot of people say healing, but they are totally different as a person.
No,
You
like,
you
okay, if
you're fighting to you don't even ever want to be vulnerable again. Like I don't think you can find love without real love without being vulnerable. I don't think it works where
right,
you get to protect your heart. Like protecting your heart means you're covering your heart with protection. How could
hmm,
love get in? How could love get in your heart if you
no,
cover
one,
your heart?
yeah, I agree.
So
Like you
you
do
gotta
have to
have
be vulnerable in relationships and stuff. And I guess like healing would be, I don't know, say this nigga cheated on me since we started cheating. And I was really broken up about it. And I took some time to heal. And I go into my next relationship and I'm still vulnerable with that man. And I'm not assuming that every time he does some shit that he's cheating on me or anything. I've already healed from that and I'm able to move on without it affecting my every move, my day-to-day life.
that's cool. Because I just say I see a lot of people say that, but when you ask them, they're just totally different person. She said, decided deciding no longer to be a giver is not healing, it's coping. And I agree. A lot of people tend to say they're healing when they're just not suffering anymore. There's a difference. You're coping. You're coping. But I like when I say come to the negotiating table, we didn't come up with no real fucking solution. We think we saved like two. We had like two people we made some sense with. But we didn't really come to a real solution about because everybody want to talk about the problem. But don't nobody want to fix it. Don't nobody everybody don't want to bend. Don't nobody want to be played. Don't nobody want to be. So it seems like we're gonna be going back and forth. It's one thing. I gotta say this. I gotta
Hmm.
say I'm puzzled by it a little bit, and I'm kind of figuring out like women, y'all, black women. Let me say it right now. Black women might need to take heed to this. Why? I would just sit back and wonder why do black men look for black features in other races? What is it where we want to see a white girl or a Spanish girl with a black girl ass or lips like a black girl? What is it about that black girl that she's doing so wrong? We love how God created you. We just can't deal with how man turned you to be. Because black women, this girl posted, black women are the only women that's talking about being single black. Because she was like, single is destruction. Why are we the only race pumping this shit in our community? So I'm actually, have y'all noticed that I'm telling you, black men look for black features in other races. It is because we can get the black features, which is awesome,
Hmm.
without the attitude. And y'all have these things where I need a man to handle you, so you don't want to check your attitude. You just want somebody to adjust around it.
No,
Have that
I mean you can't just walk around with a nasty attitude, man, and expect nobody to check your ass. But like,
but I'm saying, have that ever came to y'all mindset that y'all see black, damn, that girl, yeah, that girl got a black girl ass. I'm like, but why wouldn't you just get the original? Oh yeah, the original don't respect me, but she will. Do y'all never come to y'all little girl meetings or whatever y'all do? Women's empowerment. You don't bring that shit up there. Y'all didn't. It ain't never dawned on you that why is black men looking for black features in white and other races of women?
well, I know some men that I've talked to or whatever, like they basic
It ain't self
self
hate.
hatred.
Self hate. No, that's self love. I be damned if I'm not. I'm gonna be at peace. If I can't get the original one to respect me and show me respect, then I'm gonna go over there to the one that the other copy.
Well, I see. I feel like some, not all of them, but like I've heard some black men say that the other one's gonna allow him to do more, and the black woman's not gonna allow him to do everything that he wants to do or whatever. Like I don't know,
So
maybe the white girl might allow him, like let him get away with more shit, and the
it's like
black
this.
woman is gonna be on some like not all of them, but like who you talking to? You're not gonna talk to me like that. You
Right.
gonna watch your mouth,
So
and the white
they
girl just gonna like
you said
sit there
the
and
other
take it. Not all of y'all. I'm just saying.
you said the other race of women figured it out, and y'all haven't, or is y'all way working? Because the numbers said that black women are the last to get married and the first to get divorced. So is your way working? And to justify your way that's not working, you would say somebody is a doormat, other than somebody being submissive and respectful.
I will say that I feel like other races and other cultures or whatever raise their women to be wives. And as the black community, we don't really raise our daughters to be
Say
wives or
say
cater to
how
men.
you're raised to say you don't need a man. That's how you're raised. Say it how it is. You're the race that's raised that way.
But see, that's the thing. My mom, she raised me to, like be a wife and do household stuff and chores and things like that, but also not to take no shit from nobody and not to be mistreated
No,
and
let
to
me
get an education and make sure that I get a good career. And my dad did too.
it ain't even just that. Like even black men are raising their daughters not to need a man. It's the most dumbest shit.
Yeah,
It's the
because there
dumbest.
are a lot of ain't shit ass men out here. And like again, when we were talking, when I mentioned it at the beginning, like with the independent woman and stuff like that, all that shit, like that came from women feeling abandoned, women feeling like they weren't protected, or like women feeling like they weren't being taken care of. So I have to be able to provide on my own just in case you do decide to leave. Because you don't want to deal with me getting upset or me calling you out on your bullshit about certain things, me not letting you get away with certain shit. So if you decide, oh, well, you know what? I'm not dealing with that anymore because such and such gonna let me do whatever it is I want and she gonna sit back and be quiet and take it. Then I
You
need to still be able to provide for myself. So then comes this independent woman.
hey yo, do you know this thing called like what dudes now? This is a thing where they go out in other countries and get girls. There's a name for it.
I forgot what it's called.
It's a passport bro. Where they go in other countries and get women and marry them and stay with them. And a girl said, "Well, that's weak because you going over there to find somebody because you can't handle an American woman." And it was like, "Well, ain't it funny that nobody from other countries is coming over here to get y'all? Could it be that
No,
you're
it
doing it? That's just a
no, it's the
suggestion.
culture.
Could
It's the
it be that
culture.
you're
It's the
doing
culture.
it wrong?
I mean, some cultures though over there, like I'm okay with being over here where I am because some women over there, like shit, I can't even have my hair down. What do you mean I can't show my face? What do you mean I can't have my neck out? I can't have short sleeve shirts on. Like I gotta be covered head to toe. I have to like sit back and take certain shit. If I step out of line, then hell, I might get murdered for speaking out, for having a voice, for having an opinion. I would rather be over here and have a fucking opinion than to be silenced every time I have an idea or a thought or anything, even if I'm trying to make simple fucking conversation because it's not a woman's place. The fuck? I'm gonna sit right over here.
Why y'all keep acting as if that shit is just that? You'll see a piece of that somewhere and act like
No,
that's
it's in the whole cultures. It's not in every culture, but as an example, someone might want to go get a woman that was raised in that culture because I don't know, like she was taught that she's
that
going to listen to everything that a man says. You have to sit, don't speak when I'm speaking, be quiet, no woman's place, so on and so forth.
so you would rather raise your child by yourself, die by yourself, because you want to be able to tell a nigga something. And those are the same women are getting married to get over here to become independent.
Yeah, because what do you mean?
No,
Like raise my
whatever,
daughter to actually be able to have
no,
a
no,
voice and have an opinion?
passport bros,
What I'll do that every day.
these
I'll choose that
passport
shit
bros,
100% of the fucking time.
bro. Y'all are saying anything to please the way y'all your way ain't working. Yeah, like I say, y'all are the last to get married and the first to get divorced.
And
Your way
honestly,
ain't
if
work.
that comes, if the price for that is I actually have an opinion about something, not even
No,
being on no disrespectful, not even being on no disrespectful shit, but like not allowing somebody to be disrespectful to me to tell me to shut the fuck up. I can't talk when men are talking in here. Bitch, I'm at the table.
yo, that sounds good because that makes you now have to change something by putting that out there as if that's how it goes. Y'all, I don't even know if that's how it goes. It's just some y'all done seen on TV, so it makes you comfortable not actually doing or
Mm-mm.
from
Don't say you
them.
didn't see me on TV. You could. I mean, we obviously at some point. I'm not over there. I can't. I'm not physically there to see it. But like, you don't know. But there are cultures out there like that. There are people like there are women all over the world speaking up about their culture and how they don't get the opportunity to do certain stuff that we get to do over here. Certain things aren't accepted
Do
over
you
there. Like some people can't do dancing as a career, like a professional choreographer and shit like that. That's not accepted in some cultures because you don't need to do that. You need to do something else. Or like your goal is to be a housewife or whatever the case is. A lot of women are raised, I mean, now, 2023 and stuff, like women can do other jobs and shit and like get an education and all that. But still, they're raised differently over there. And you can still raise your daughter to be a wife. There are still American women who are raised to be a wife. Outside of the black race, within the black race, whatever it is. But I'm still gonna have a fucking opinion.
All right,
I'm still gonna
right.
be able to stand up for myself. I don't want to be just like silenced. I can still be a wife and still like have attitude. I can still be a wife and still call you out on your bullshit. That doesn't mean I'm gonna have an attitude all the time.
I'm just simply saying, if your way ain't been working for you, didn't work for your mama, ain't working for your daughter, you might want to switch some up.
Yeah. So for those people who
Unless you like,
haven't been able to do
unless you
that,
got a cat,
you said let's what?
unless you want to get a cat, you want to be the cat lady. Because it just seems to me that everybody else is winning. Not everybody, but because a lot of in other races they do get divorced too. Don't get that shit twisted.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying that if you're the first to get you're the first to get divorced and the last to get married, you're doing something wrong.
But
Cause
okay, you know how you said we can't really like we're coming to the table, we're trying to compromise and do it like we're talking about all the problems and not the solution. This,
right.
this is the issue right here. Because right now, what you're doing is pointing the finger at the woman, like, bitch, you're doing something wrong. But we also just said
I
that dads
said
are raising their
that
daughters like this. If we
if
can
I
all
said
just support the other sex, like
how
black
this,
women
this
supporting
if
black
I
men and
said
vice versa,
go ahead. If
black
I
men,
said, would you
hmm?
say I'm saying something wrong if I said all black the rate of black men going to jail in this country, we are doing something wrong. Would you say I was stereotyping in or I was biased in?
With that more black, I
Exactly.
mean, there are a number of different
We're just
factors and
talking.
stuff
We
that
just
play into
get it,
that, but
huh?
I said there are a number of different factors that play into that, but
Does
like,
not matter. If I said we are doing something wrong as a race of black men, you will be
mhm.
like, "Oh yeah, you're right." It's just that it's your turn to get your ass whooping, so get it.
I mean, but
Accept
yeah,
it.
but see, that's one of the factors that play into that. So you can say that black men are doing something wrong, and then you can also say that black men are more likely more likely to get incarcerated based off of the color of their skin, not necessarily based off of what they've done. Or they're more likely to get more time for the same crime that a white guy did, but that's not based off of what he's done wrong. That's based off of the color of his skin and how he was born. So there are
Okay, so
different factors that play into that.
that-
However,
go ahead. Because what's crazy is how long we've been knowing that for like hundreds of years. Like we've
yeah.
been Martin Luther King. Everything you just said, Martin Luther King said 50 years ago. So we
Hmm.
have the answers to the test, but we keep failing it. Everything that you just said was uttered a hundred years ago. If you know that they're not going to treat you fairly in the court system, right? What you got to make sure that you don't end up in? We know that, right?
I get
Until
that.
until we fix it, and because we don't have the power to actually make it the wrong that right now, you definitely have to carry yourself a certain way. It ain't fair. Trust me, I
You know,
agree. It's fair, and we have been pitted against each other, but we know that at some point, instead of blaming people, we got to do. We even if that is the case, this shit is so much on autopilot that they ain't even got to do shit no more. They used to have to do shit back then to break up the black families. They got this shit on autopilot now. So what we
okay.
do, that's why we are pitted against each other so much. But
Yeah.
why
Okay.
we just don't correct what we can control at the moment?
Oh, we definitely can. So we're gonna talk about like the family and community and like relationships and shit like that. And like earlier, I know like majority of the conversation was about cheating. like infidelity and stuff. That's how we started this off. If that's one of the major reasons for divorce, why can't we just stop infidelity? Why can't marriage just be about like love? Okay, I love you, you love me. We'll make a commitment to each other to just be with each other, and women can keep their fucking legs closed to other men, and men can keep their goddamn dicks in their pants
because
and just leave it at home.
it's you keep acting
I,
like
I, I,
you keep acting like we're the same creature. That's what I don't
But see,
understand.
that's the thing. You're
How,
asking for a compromise. That's what the compromise is. If you
how
want to
about
be single and out
okay?
here spreading your seed, then be single. But if you're
All right,
going to get married, then be married.
okay. How about this? Won't we just because we seem to not understand how things work? Won't we just look at the other creatures on this planet and see how that works?
Hmm.
Because they're a lesser, they ain't even as smart as we are, but it seems like they know the principles of this planet better than we do. They know the principles of this planet better than we do.
Yeah, we're
So
not wild
why don't,
ass creatures.
huh?
We're not wild ass creatures.
No,
And when you sign the fucking when you
worse.
sign the
We're
dotted
worse.
line, though.
We're worse. You can't tell me we're wild. We're not wild ass creatures when you got to go pay for water.
But see, okay, look, we
When you
live different lifestyles than the goddamn lions in the jungle and stuff. Okay, we're different. If we have paperwork saying that I'm going to be committed to this person, I we we form our commitment, whatever, under the eyes of God. We sign this paperwork and everything. This is what I'm with you, you with me. Why can't that just be it? If you want to be
because
wild out here and you just want to do what you want to do
because
and sleep with
you just
whoever you want to
okay,
sleep with, don't do that then.
okay, we signed this paperwork, but the paperwork also, and we did this under God. It also says, through death do us part. So you can't pick and choose. Okay, if he failed here, that don't mean you get to fail there. If you don't believe
Uh,
in this, if you don't believe in this part of the vows, then you shouldn't believe in this part of the vows.
well, if we go into this commitment and it's a monogamous one, and we choose to be monogamous to one another, and then you decide that you want to go and cheat, and so you can just break whatever part of this you want to break. You want to do whatever it is that you want to do. Break our commitment that we made to each other to be with each other, then it's null and void to me. At that point, I can leave out of this.
No, you don't get to do that. That ain't your rules. If you
I
said under
can
God,
get to do that.
if you said under God, them not your rules. You just made an excuse for you to do what you want to do too.
No, but
Like
if we make vows and we're
you
committed to
came
each
home to me to
other,
stay
then that
with
means
you.
that you lied under God if you're going out here fucking everything.
Right. If I don't believe in these vows and you do, okay, say I do cheat, right? But you can't hold me to a standard and you don't believe in it either. Because if you're
If
saying a
we
man,
made an agreement
you
and you
just said
break an
if
agreement,
a man,
if
just
we
said
have a
a
contract,
man
we
cheat,
sign a contract and you break that contract, I should
ain't
be able to leave
no
the contract. Which is why
no,
if you're able to
that
prove
contract
adultery, you can
tells
get out of a
through
marriage quicker.
trials. No, that contract tells you through trials and tribulations. It's
Mm-mm.
set up. It's set up for flawed human beings. That contract is set up for flawed human beings. Through death do us part.
Again, if we make this commitment to be committed to one another and then you violate that commitment by stepping out and sleeping with somebody else, you have violated that contract. So if I choose to get a divorce from you and I can prove that you have committed adultery, I can get out of this marriage so much quicker
So
because you violated that contract. We have chosen to be committed to each other and you violated that.
and you think it's fair?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I say men need to be more careful when they pick women because if you got a woman that'll leave you at the drop of down because you made a mistake or you did something wrong, or you got a man that would leave you at the drop of down because you made a mistake or did something wrong. You're dating people that are heartless and not full of forgiveness at all. They're just
No,
long
I'm all
long as
here
you
for
do.
working through the problems.
Can I finish? Long as you do what's in the idea of what I like, then I'm with you. But
Mm-mm.
you step out of what I don't like Fuck the trials and tribulation. I know I said that. It looked cute when I said I do, because I actually act like I was really for them trials and tribulations. That's why I don't want to find nobody at the top. Because when you got somebody at the bottom, you know your fucking marriage is bad. You know that woman with you is battle tested. Y'all done went through the worst of things. So it ain't nothing that y'all really can't get over. But when you dare or you dating some healed person or come in with an attitude like I really don't need you, you just an added piece and not a needed one, then that's how
Mm-mm.
your relationship is. That's why the relationship won't last that long.
Okay, so what if you with somebody from the bottom, right? You went through all these trials and tribulations, and then once y'all get to the top and y'all healed and stuff, and you still fucking up, and you're still doing all this other shit, and she tired because that's the last straw. It's the last time I'm going through this. But you with a healed person, you found them now that y'all healed, y'all go through something, but she's just like, you know what? We can work through it. I'm not saying that you can't work through stuff or the first time you fuck up, I'm out the goddamn door. But if I do decide to leave, because you have been unfaithful and you're choosing to be unfaithful to me, especially if you continue to be unfaithful. One time you do it and we work through it, okay. But if it's something that you continue to do, I have that right to fucking leave you. And
No,
to
you
go
don't.
with
You
what,
said through
yes, I
trials
do.
and
To go with what
tribulations.
you said,
What
to
part
go
of
with
that?
what
You
you
didn't read
said,
that at all? You don't know
bro,
that was
you
there.
just,
You never heard
huh?
that before.
Heard of what?
You never heard that before.
What?
Through trials and tribulations. You never heard that
No,
before.
yeah, I have heard that
So
before,
what
but
that
that
mean to
doesn't
you?
mean that
What
I
that
have
mean
to
to you?
sit. No, no,
What
that
it,
does
it
not mean
don't
that I
mean
have to sit there and allow you to disrespect me and to forcibly put me through that shit. Because if we talk about it, I forgive you for it, but you continue to do that. You continue to hurt me
that.
purposely. You know this is hurting me, and you continue to do that to me, then I'm going to leave. That's just like what you said. You're like, if it's not what in my mind, if it's not in your mind how you want it to be, then it's not going to work. And that's exactly what you're doing. If we make a commitment, we make an agreement, this is what I need from you, this is what you need from me, right? We're talking about this is what we fucking agreed on, and then you're violating that.
You
But you're not
agreed on
just
trials and
violating it once,
tribulations
you
too.
violated it multiple times. What the fuck do you expect me to do? Just sit there and be mistreated?
No, I agree in separation, meaning where you know what, and not divorce. I agree in separation. You in violation right now. Let me step here until you get it together. And once you say you got it together, we can go back to being one.
So I'm
But
supposed
I
to sit there and
believe
wait
in
on you?
separation. I don't believe in divorce.
So I'm supposed to sit in there and wait on you. You can be out here just doing your thing. I'm gonna separate myself, and then I'm gonna be sitting right over here waiting on
No,
you
when
to
you
come back.
separate,
Whenever
when
you
you
finally
separate,
get ready, then you come on back home. Then no.
no, you when you separate yourself, you're not in that world anymore. You know what I'm saying? You're over here doing your thing. You're just not with nobody else. See, that's why it lets me know now that you really ain't about trials and tribulations.
But see,
Because
that's the thing though.
you
No,
saying
I
that you in
am.
a
I'll
separation.
work through some stuff. But
No,
if you're not taking my emotions and my mental and my health, if
no.
you're not taking me into consideration when all I'm doing is considering you, like I'm gonna put myself through this no matter how much I feel like I've been hurt because I love you and I want to work through this. I want to work on this marriage because you're the person that I've chosen. You're the one I was like, you know what? It's just like it's him. I want to be with him, and I'm still working on that with you. But you continue to push me aside or sit me on the shelf for when you're fucking ready for me. I'm removing myself from that.
That's called separate. I said, yeah, you should separate.
And you also say sit there and wait and not talk to anybody else. So I'm sitting on the side until
Why
you
would
get
you
your shit
talk to
together.
anybody else? Why would you talk to anybody else?
But see, that's the thing. I'm separating myself from you and I'm waiting on you. I'm living my life. I'm waiting on you to get your life together. So it doesn't
Right.
so if you're getting your shit together, you wanna go fuck around and do whatever it is you want to. You wanna live your best life for 3 years, 4 years. I'm just supposed to sit there for 3 to 4 fucking years while you live your best life fucking this bitch, that bitch, and the third. And then
Well,
when you
separate.
finally
So don't.
you finally
But
realize that, oh, I want my family back. I want my wife back. Then you decide to come home and I'm gonna just be sitting there waiting with open arms. Got me fucked up.
so what you're saying is just say I agree. If you're a woman that can't, you're not a ride or die, or you're a person that don't believe in trials and tribulations, then make sure, like you said, when you come together, say that in the beginning. Like I'm not here to win it. I'm not whatever you go through. If I can't take it, I'm dipping. I'm not that person. Can women come to the table and be that honest? Because if y'all can come to the table and be that honest, then that's fair. Because I know now that if I fuck up, I might lose her because she ain't a ride or die. If I get hurt or I lose my job, I might lose her because she's not a ride or die.
I mean, call it what you want, but if my man lost his
No, no,
job,
that's
I'm not
not
gonna
no,
leave him. No, no, no.
it ain't
Because
going
if
with it.
my
What?
man like, no. Because I'll sit by my man through a
That's
lot
what
of
you
shit.
just said.
If he lost his job, if he lost his leg, if he lost whatever the fuck,
That's
he
one
got
of the
paralyzed
things
or some
you
shit,
can't
I can
tolerate.
still be there with him. But if you're like
That's what you
violating
can't
our
tolerate.
commitment,
Look, some women can. Some women no. That's what you can't tolerate. Some women can tolerate him cheat, and long as he paying all the bills, he can do what he want. I ain't even worried about it. That's what.
exactly. But that's an agreement that was made up front
That's what I
a
said.
lot
So
of
when you
times.
come to that up front, you tell him that you're not a ride or die. Why you tell them y'all need to take out trials and tribulations vows because that ain't what you standing on.
No, we can't look. But if we're no, again, like I said before, if we agree to be in a monogamous relationship, you're coming in this bitch saying, I'm gonna be monogamous. It's only you. I'm only
No,
gonna be with you.
agree
That's
to
what I'm going in there with that mindset as. Like, if you are look, if you aren't gonna be faithful to me, then why can't men come up and put that on the table first off and be like, yeah, I'm not gonna be faithful. I'm gonna step out
and
from
you
time to
should say
time. This
good
is what
because
I'm
I'm
gonna
not a
do.
ride or die chick. I don't believe in trials and tribulations.
I
I
do
don't.
believe in
I don't
trials and
believe
tribulations, but I
you
don't
cannot
believe in
have your
disrespect.
cake and eat it too because you just said that one trial and
I
tribulation.
don't believe in disrespect.
So that's
I
like you
don't
don't
believe in mistreatment.
just take trials and tribulations out of
Nah,
it.
bro, because you mixing it to like
No, you're trying to make
conform to
the vows.
your mindset and what you
No, you're
believe
trying
in
to
and stuff
make
like that.
the
No, no,
vows.
no, no,
You're
no.
trying to make
Because
the
there are
vows.
different types of trials and tribulations. That doesn't mean that I have to lay down and accept all bullshit from you. I don't have to like
No,
if
that's
it
what
turns out
that's
no,
what
no, no. If it
that's
turns out
what
that he's a
accept.
pedophile and he
Look,
like going and raping little girls. He like going
okay,
and fucking on little
okay,
girls. I'm not about to stick by this man through that shit. That's a trial, that's a tribulation. I'm not sticking by him through that. So if
okay,
that
but
means that I'm not a ride or die, then say that. I'll say
you
that. I'm not a fucking ride or
you
die.
can flip the
I'll be
narrative
there for you
however
when
you
you're
want.
down. I'll be there for you when you need me. I'll be your
No,
peace.
no, no,
I'll
no,
be
you
your support. I'll be all of
definitely,
that. But
definitely ain't. Definitely ain't.
if you mistreat me,
Just, I mean,
and
what?
you
Why?
disrespect me on a regular basis and you're violating our commitment to one another, then I'm not gonna sit around and tolerate that shit. I'll be there
Okay,
for you when
that
you need me
I
and
get
this,
that
that, and
part.
third.
That's why like in North Carolina, when you can't remarry, you have to be separated for 2 years before you even get divorced. So they got it in place where okay, y'all having a hard time, go sit over there for 2 years. Y'all don't deal with each other no more. See if y'all come back and rectify in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So that like North Carolina, they're trying to like set it up how it's supposed to be.
I mean, there are a lot of places like that.
If you
South
want a
Carolina is
man to
one
come
year.
forward, if you want a man to come forward and say, "Hey, um, I struggled with cheating before. I'm gonna do my best, but I might cheat on you." And you like, yo, I can't tolerate that, and I'm not a person that deals with trials and tribulations well. So when shit get rocky, I'm out.
No,
Because
it's called a
when you have sex,
non-negotiable.
shit
If
get
that's
rocky
one of
when
my
you have sex.
non-negotiables, then I don't have to deal with that. But if he
Ain't no
comes
such
up,
thing as
no,
no
no, no,
non-negotiable.
stop it, because you're
You
making
can't
it,
believe in
you
trials
taking
and
this shit like
tribulations.
way
You are trying
beyond.
to put the trials and tribulations. That
That's
ain't how
not
it works.
just all trials and tribulations. Me saying that I don't want to tolerate being cheated on, I don't want to tolerate being disrespected, and I don't want my commitment to be a fucking joke. That's not me saying that I can't withstand trials and tribulations. We can go
That
through
is a
a
trial
bunch.
and tribulation.
That's
What are
one
you talking
of them, but that doesn't even begin to barely even scratch the surface of what all people can go through as a couple. And if that literally is the only thing that you're concerned about is whether or not you can go and fuck this bitch, that bitch, and the third bitch over there, nigga, don't get married.
I'm
Don't
saying
do
that
it. Don't pick one person. Go and be free. You can be single and fuck as many
I
people as you want.
Ayo, if you say the trials has an S on it, so you don't get to pick and choose what trials is trials to you. That is
I
everything.
can because it's my marriage. It's what
No,
I'm
no,
willing to deal
it
with.
ain't your format. It ain't your structure. That's why I said you should just say, I don't believe in trials and tribulations. So
No,
nigga,
I do, but I don't believe
oh,
in
you
that one.
cannot
And
be
the thing about
human
it is,
because
no,
that
the thing about
trial
it is,
stick around for.
Tuck, that don't make no goddamn sense. If it's my relationship and it's my contract, it's my marriage, then yeah, it's something that me and
Wait a
him
minute.
have decided on
I
together.
don't know if you know what you're talking about right now. Do you understand? You said you got married under God, right? These are God instructions, not yours. Now, if you get
First of
married,
all,
what are you talking about?
they're different. That's okay. Sorry, Stella, I'm sorry. I said that you sign your name on a sheet of paper, right? And
You
I
got
threw
married
in
under
God.
God.
I threw God in there. I threw God in there for certain people who are religious, and that is their religious beliefs. However, there are different types of people, different types of couples, and different marriages that aren't just
Good.
based off of the Bible.
Now I get it. I get it. So you don't believe in trials and tribulations. You believe like
I
if it
believe
gets
in
too
trials and
hard.
tribulations. I just believe that people can
Let
make
me.
their own contract. Like, I'm not gonna go get
Oh,
married to
okay.
this nigga over here because we might not
But,
have the same standards.
but he
We
should
might
know
not
that.
have the same core values
Yeah,
as
he should
this
know
guy
you.
over here.
But he
I'm a
should
better
know
match for him.
you.
We are on the same page with things, so I'm gonna marry him. We have a connection. We're on the same page. We believe the same things. That's what I'm gonna deal with. But I'm not gonna come over here with this guy just because we have a good time or whatever. But he's gonna be disrespectful to me, and I know he's gonna mistreat me. I'm not gonna deal with that.
Okay, but
So
yeah.
I'm gonna go over here to this guy who's on
So
the same page as me.
you know I got that written down though, because that like one of my podcasts is the new vows. Like we might need to update the vows because people like, for instance, you don't believe in trials and tribulations. Some
Oh
people
my
don't believe.
God! Don't
Some
tell me
people
what I
don't.
believe in. I done told you.
Some people don't believe in death do us part. Like it's a lot of things that people don't believe in that if you try to make sense around it, you gonna have to create a whole nother vows. Like you just gonna have to do it. And it ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't understand how you getting mad because I'm just calling out what you just trying to pick and choose the
No,
trial.
I'm not getting mad. I'm saying I believe in
Hold
trials
on,
and
hold on,
tribulations, but what I'm
hold on.
not, there's just certain things that I'm not gonna
Hold
deal
on,
with.
hold on.
I'm gonna set boundaries
Let
for
me see.
myself.
Hold on. A minute. Let me see if let me see. Let me see something right quick because I like this right here. Trials and tribulation meaning. Difficulty experiencing problems. Sounds like cheating to me too. Uh
No, again,
meaning
like I
challenges
like
someone is
I
forced to
said,
endure to the test of their strength and fortitude. Okay, well you
to,
might not have the fortitude to deal
but
with the
see,
shit.
to the test of
If you don't have the strength
that
or the
individual person's
fortitude,
strength and fortitude. That's what they said. There, so it's
you don't
there.
have the strength and fortitude, put that
It didn't say at all. It said to that person's. It said to their strength and fortitude. That's what it says. So
don't
it's
have
depend. It's independent.
strength and
It depends
fortitude.
on each individual person, the level that they're willing to accept, the level that they're willing to withstand, or they're able to withstand. Like I said, I'm not going to necessarily leave, especially not a marriage, just because you cheat one time. I'm going to work with you, and I'm going to try to work through our issues. But if it's something that you
Okay,
continue to do,
cool.
you continue what if it's something that you continue to do, you continue to hurt me over and over and over again, and you know that it's hurting me, and then you're continuing to disrespect me and mistreat me, and now I'm sitting over here miserable as
Okay,
fuck in our marriage and sad and shit because you don't give a shit about my happiness or my mental health because you're just out here mistreating me and doing me wrong. Nigga, I'm out.
all right.
And I don't give
Question.
a fuck if that means I can't withstand that trial
You
or
got you
tribulation.
got fortitude. That's the definition. The word is fortitude. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that everybody has a different, like you said, what's their breaking point, like their trials and tribulation, right?
Yes.
All right, so if I divorce a woman because she didn't cook every day, and that is my breaking point, is that fair?
If that's your breaking point, yeah, but you also knew she wasn't cooking every day when you married her.
No, stop it, because you ain't about to twist it up now. Long as
Yeah, I am. If you knew that she
long
was,
as you
if I
know,
know he's a
now
cheater,
you're
no,
bringing
no,
in
no.
stuff. You bring no, you're bringing
Example,
in stuff. If
example.
you
It's going
agree
along
to
with
cook
what you
every
said.
day, right?
No, but if I get with somebody who's a cheater, I'm not gonna just marry
I'm
him
not
and assume that
talking
he's gonna
about
stop
yours right
cheating.
now. I'm talking about if that is how I feel about coming home to a home cooked meal, and she could Like she cooked, she used to do it every day. Now she cut it back to 5 days. If that grounds for divorce, is you saying okay, that makes sense. If that's how you truly feel about it, then let's go with it.
That's what I said.
So that's cool with it.
That's your goddamn life. That ain't got shit to do with me.
Oh no, 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 no. Because I know you know it's stupid. But because that's why under God, he didn't tell you specific one. There's trials and tribulation. Because that could be a breaking point to me. Or
Okay,
if
so
you
your wife
allow me,
cheating on you.
I wanna have sex with you every day.
Your wife cheating on you
I wanna have sex with you every day.
on a
And
Come on now. Your wife cheating on you on a regular basis. And you know she cheating on you on
I
a regular
know dudes
basis.
that know it and keep it moving. Just don't bring it to me. I
You
know
would accept
done.
your wife cheating on you.
You're talking about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna separate and give her time to get it together.
Okay. And then it takes her a few years and so what you gonna be sitting there waiting on her to get it together?
I believe in trial, death do its part, so I'm gonna hold it down. I think she's
Okay,
fine.
so you gonna hold it down without fucking with nobody else, just waiting on her to get her life together, as you said before.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
All right. She just dip off for 5 years and then she come back like, babe, you know what? These streets ain't for me. I'm coming back home. You gonna welcome her ass in with open arms and
Welcome
pick up where you left
back,
off.
welcome back, welcome back,
You full of shit.
welcome back.
You are full of shit.
What you mad, yo? Just cause I'm
You
around
full of,
now,
that
no,
is a
you shouldn't
lie.
have
You're
signed up
both
for
face
it. Don't
lie.
sign up for
No,
the
no.
job because it get tough. Now that the job getting tough, you want to quit. Don't
Bro,
sign up.
no.
If you know you're not built for that type of marriage, you're not built for marriage. Then you just say you. That's girlfriend mentality.
You have your negotiables and you have your non-negotiables,
Would
but
you ever give
I'm
up
not
on
gonna
your
tolerate
child?
mistreatment. I
Would you
won't
ever
tolerate
give up on
mistreatment.
your child?
What?
Would you ever give up on your child?
No.
Then you should never give up on your husband.
I birthed them.
You know you didn't do it by yourself. You had a creator that helped you create them.
Yes,
You
I
shouldn't give up
birthed
on your,
them. They came out of
you
my
shouldn't
body.
give
There's
up
a
on your
different
husband.
connection.
That ain't
There's a
got
different
nothing
type
to
of
do with
connection.
nothing. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You
Yeah,
didn't
Dad.
they didn't exist until you and your husband had the real
Fuck
connection.
that. Because if it comes down to me choosing between my husband and my child, I'm gonna choose my child. If I gotta,
That's because you're backwards.
no.
That's backwards thinking.
No, I think
How
I've
could the
seen
two
some women like let's go back to the sexual abuse thing. I've seen like some women stick up for their man or stay there with their husband after they found out that their husband was like molesting one of the children and the children going into foster care because I'm a
see
stand by my man. You're full of shit,
that's
bitch.
totally
I'm gonna choose
different.
my child.
You just tried to go to the extreme just to make a point. No, let's stick to the basic. You love your child unconditionally. You love your husband under conditions. Clearly, it's clear that this is the modern day women love you
No, you can
under
still
certain
love
conditions. So
somebody and
stop
still set a
marrying people if
boundary.
you're not marrying somebody unconditionally.
You can still love somebody and set
No,
a
you
fucking
can't. You shouldn't
boundary.
marry them. You shouldn't marry nobody because they meet your conditions.
Well,
You
you
should.
shouldn't marry somebody who doesn't have the same goals as you and who doesn't give a shit about you. If they don't give a shit about how you
You
feel, then
should
why are
marry
you with
nobody that
them?
got the same goals as you. So you want to marry yourself?
I want to marry somebody who has the same core values as I
You want to
do.
marry yourself?
I want to marry somebody with the same core values as I do. I'm not going to marry somebody else completely different.
Hey, all right,
Like if you're
describe.
like you, I know you are not. You're not about to marry a fucking atheist.
Hey, describe your man, and I bet you describe yourself.
Yeah, you bet I describe myself.
Because yeah, men and women. I ain't going to put this on men and women, just women. Men and women have been so self-centered that if you let them describe who they looking for, they describe themselves.
I want somebody who loves me,
Because you
who's
love
a good
people.
communicator,
Ain't that you?
who like love me and is a good communicator.
Yeah. Keep going, because you're gonna
To an
describe
extent,
your.
yeah.
Keep going. You're gonna describe yourself.
Anyways, like I was saying,
Anyways,
I want somebody who loves me, who is a good communicator, who is a protector, who is a provider.
that sound like you. Keep going.
Well, here's the thing. No one, I can expect somebody to love me if I don't love myself.
Mm.
Because before he can even, like, how can I even understand how he gonna love me if I don't even love me? Why would somebody love me and I don't love who I
Every
am?
if you would never you so you're saying so I would say this, women don't get married if you don't love the person unconditionally. The reason marriages fail is because some once the conditions fail, you leave the man. Love him like you would love your child unconditionally. That's how you really that's why marriage is so trash. But that's how you really supposed to go about being married. You're supposed to love that person unconditionally. But because you don't love unconditionally, you love under conditions. Soon as that condition change, because all like how you said the man is a pedophile, you think I'm gonna stick around? But if your son was, you would.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Yeah, you would still stick by your son. Right. See, you see how that you see how hypocritical that is?
He grown, just out here like molesting children.
It be children, it be mothers in the courtrooms crying when they know their child is a killer. So
Maybe they
don't
crying because their son
you
turned out
can't
to be a killer.
don't
Like,
yeah,
damn,
you can't
I thought
withstand
I
this
raised them
kind of
right.
stuff when you can do it with somebody else.
But see, here's the thing.
No, it ain't.
I love
No, it
him,
ain't.
so I'm not gonna do something that my husband, I love him. I'm not gonna do anything to hurt him, husband or boyfriend, whatever. I'm
You
not
wouldn't
gonna
do
do
it to your
anything to
child.
hurt him. I'm
You
not
wouldn't
gonna
do
do
something to your
anything
child.
to disrespect him or to make him feel any type of way. And I expect that same treatment.
Okay,
I
but you
expect
you
for
would
you
not
to
do that.
actually
You would
be
not do that to your child.
considerate.
You would not do that to your child, and if your child do it to you, you still wouldn't give up on them.
Do what to me?
Disrespect you or mistreat you. You still wouldn't give up on them, right? See, this is what
I'm
happened.
gonna work with them again.
No,
If they
say it
take
again,
no,
girl. Say it again.
if they
Why would
take
you
it,
love him
if they're no, if my child is taking it to
unconditionally?
a certain level, no, pause. If my child is taking it to a certain level, like I have a son, and he's taking it to a level of disrespect where, like, especially if he's choosing to put his fucking hands on me and hit me or whatever, because he's bigger than me or whatever, grown up, I'm gonna punch my mama and break her jaw, whatever, because I've seen that shit happen before. I'm sorry. I'm not walking on eggshells and gonna be afraid to say something to my fucking son. I'm out of there. I love you,
Are
baby.
you
You
going
chose to
to
do something
stop
different.
loving your son?
I'm gonna love him and I'm gonna love my husband too while I'm walking out the fucking door.
No, you're gonna eventually stop loving him. You're gonna never stop loving your son. But
No,
if
you can
you
still love somebody. You can love somebody and
okay,
realize that you deserve fucking better and love yourself more.
your
That doesn't mean
son,
I stop loving you because I love. That just means that I love myself more and I know that I deserve to be treated better and I can
okay,
be
so if
treated
you
better.
go out there, can you fall in love with somebody after divorcing your husband? Can you go out there and fall in love with somebody else?
I can fall in love with somebody else and still love him. There's a
Man,
difference between love and
man,
being
man,
in
I
love with
knew you were
somebody.
gonna struggle with this. I knew you was gonna struggle with this. But thank you for coming on. It's we've been at it for like
Bro, you're set. You think there's the same
hey,
thing,
cuz,
love and
hey,
being
let
in
it
love?
go, cuz. Let it go. You lost. You got Johnny Cochran this episode.
That's how you always leave. That's how you always change the conversation. You lost when actually nothing, nobody fucking lost. That's how you. That's how you always get shit.
You just mad because I'm a ride or die and you ain't. That's it.
No, you mad because you don't know the difference between trials and tribulations, non-negotiable, setting boundaries for yourself, and the difference between loving somebody and being in love. Good night, everybody.
Well, this is alive. We tried to recap, but we just this how happen when you recap. You start going into a whole nother thing, and I would say women don't get married if you don't love him unconditionally. If you don't know what unconditionally look like, just look at how much love you have for your son and your daughter. Then you'll know if you got that type of love for your husband, you can never have a failing relationship. And I'm out. Thanks, Kay, for coming through, player. Y'all still
Bye.
go to me and my Big Mouth podcast on YouTube, subscribe, and go watch the latest episode because we got to like two of them, and she was on it. It was a blast. We had a ball. All right, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Deuces.